Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Ready, flag, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Jameis now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Check 37. Check 37. Switch 5 on the 50.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready, move ready. 6 right there, 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
56. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Tighten up, tighten up.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Ready? Blue ready.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come up in an offset eye.
Right there. 53. Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
To throw, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 30, 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Under 10. 10. Check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shea fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
It's just me and you.
Jameis now on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, stop. Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Shea. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Winston. He completes this one to Mack. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today. Kill. SOS. Kill. Hatchet.
And a give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Winston. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing on first down. Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Below Nichols, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First down.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a first and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
23 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Greater than your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll run on first down. Shea. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first down, Shea. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 11 now, Winston. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
So now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Robinson's got it. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. And Paul has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Go! 8 read. Hey,
56. Mike, 56.
Get it.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,